Everybody shut up and action. So is The Long Walk a good movie? It was interesting. It's mid in my eyes, but like it was still interesting. First up, this is going to be a spoiler-filled talk about the movie. So that's your spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So The Long Walk is this entire story about a group of people getting together or like winning the opportunity to go on a long walk for as long as it takes for there to only be one person left standing, with if you stop walking for 3 warnings worth of time, you get killed. And for every hour that you continue walking at the designated pace, you get 1 warning off or something. But if you get all 3 warnings, you're dead. Pew to the head, boom. So basically this is all, like you can probably guess, it's some Squid Game type thing, but it's not exactly Squid Games. It's more like you living in this post-apocalyptic type world where it's not actually an apocalypse, but like it has that entire vibe to it. Like there's this entire depression or something. Something's clearly happened in the world, and now they're in a state where these games, or not games, this walk happens every so often. Everyone knows that if you get these 3 warnings, you die. It's a walk where one person, a certain number of people come in and only one person leaves alive, but that one person who leaves alive gets insanely rich and gets a wish of whatever they want granted. And for some reason this is something that is done with the excuse that it motivates the public to want to get back to work and motivate them to work, as if they're living in a world where people have lost the motivation to actually get work done and do anything. So that's kind of the basis, that you have an understanding of the world they live in. It is still extremely vague. You don't have the best idea of any detailed idea of what the world they live in is, but you kind of have a generic sense of what the world is like. You can relate it to other medias and other situations that you've heard of in other books, movies, whatever, and you have a general idea of what it is, and you can immediately grasp the understanding that, okay, so this is why this is held. It might not make complete sense to me why a walk is something that motivates the public for some reason, but you understand that that's how this is in this movie. This is what the world does, and for some reason this walk motivates the people. Okay, I got that, but like the entire movie is now this entire walk, seeing how these people just go on this walk. How will they survive, and who will be the final winner. That is all it really is, one iteration of this walk, who will win. Based off all this, the plot sounds immensely boring. It sounds immensely stale, like you're watching an entire movie of just people going on a walk, huh? Like that does not sound entertaining in the slightest. So where's the entertainment value in it? Why am I watching this? What is up with this movie? And the more I think back on this movie, like that's going through my head. Like, why did I enjoy this movie to any degree? Huh? It does not seem like the movie has any really substance to it. But then you understand this is a much more deeper movie, and like when you think on it and like keep thinking on it, you realize the reason you enjoy this movie to any degree is because of the characters. It's a character-driven movie, and you really just fall with interest towards some of these characters and the walk they go on and the relations they build with one another. That sounds counterintuitive in my opinion. Like, oh, you're walking with all these people, why are you befriending them? You're only going to be walking together for what, a couple days maybe, if you can even walk for like a whole 24-48 hours, like non-stop, without your body shutting down. Like, I mean, your body could do it, but it'll take a lot of mental effort and perseverance to actually push your body to keep going when your body wants to just give out. So yeah, like the best of the physically fit and most best body of it, I guess, and best physical presence will probably win this, and with the best mental effort to keep going and not want to give up, and best health in general would win. But like it's an entire question, like, doesn't it seem counterintuitive to want to befriend all these people? It'll only hurt you if they were to die in front of your eyes. And every time that happens, like, why would you want to befriend anyone? Why not just quietly walk, save the energy? Why waste energy talking? It just seems completely counterintuitive. But this entire story of, oh, these people are walking, they are befriending one another, learning about each other, learning about their stories. They're not trying to talk in a way, oh my god, I have a family to take care of, pity card, please go kill yourself so I can win this race. Like, it's nothing like that, but rather it's just this entire story where they all just immediately understand everyone's walking for some reason or another. They've all won this opportunity, they've all taken a grasp of this opportunity, and then they're just going on this walk. They're just becoming friends with one another, talking about why they're doing this, even though they know the consequence that almost all of them will have to face if they don't win. Honestly, this movie has a lot of deeper aspects to it, where if you spend time thinking on it, you could probably get the have a different perspective on this entire movie as a whole, and you can clearly see there's a deeper perspective on it, but it will require thought. It's not just something that's blatantly put on you. There are some stuff that's blatantly put on you through the dialogue, which really does touch you. Nothing that like just leaves me in a memorable state, because I watched this movie yesterday and I've already forgotten almost all of that, so it's not one of those deeply touching movies for me, so like I've forgotten that stuff, but I do remember that feeling in the moment where like I'm like, that was a very interesting thought to think on. Okay, that's for sure. But like, yeah, I've already forgotten what they were. But like, yeah. Regardless, though, this entire movie's base intrigue point that just really has it attached to this movie, wanting to see it through to the end, is the characters. Like, you know, there's only one character that's going to win, but like, you don't really care about which character is going to be that one who wins in the end. You don't really care. You don't care about any of that. All you really care about is the characters, their motivations, how they befriend one another, the relations they have with each other. Like, you have this small group that form a pact to be a group of friends and walk and help each other out continuously, maybe help out the others as well. But at the same time, there are people that they dislike in the entire group of people walking, and like, but they're not going to be the type, oh, I'm going to make sure you die, I'm going to make sure you die. They're like the type of people, like, we dislike you, but like, we'll just keep walking together. We just will avoid contact with you as much as we possibly can. But like, even then, like, you see all these character developments and how much people can change, how much people can go through, how they help each other keep going, even though they know if I help this man keep going, there's a chance I lose because we have to walk further than instead of everyone dying early on, everyone will die a little later. But like, as counterintuitive as it is, it kind of makes them human, that even in this phase that only one person will live and all of them have to keep walking until there's one person left. They all strive to help each other out and make sure they keep walking, and even how there are these people who are just like foul mouths, trying to be the one who wins and like trying to trick people into making mistakes to get themselves killed or something. They don't actually want to see these people killed, especially if it's going to be said that the blood of the person who died is on their hands. They don't want that. Like, this movie just really emotionally hits you. Like, you're not emotionally attached to these, like, maybe you are emotionally attached to a few characters, and like some deaths do hurt you, but like, more so than not, like, you're just getting emotionally engaged with these characters and their entire walk and like how they go through everything, and you're like, it's not like you care about who wins, who loses. You're just there, like, emotionally engaged to their I don't know what the word is, like maybe their nobleness or something, to work together, to help each other, to want to strive forward, to keep going. It's like, I don't know how you would define it, but like, I guess the best way to say it would be how humanity persists in an inhumane sort of situation, and how they will, even knowing that trying to behave in this manner is illogical, they still try to push each other forward to keep going forward and keep going forward together, whether they like you or not. And I feel like, in a sense, in this terrible world that they're living in, that is just a little piece of beauty that we get to explore and see here. And I think that is one of the reasons you really push through to keep watching this movie, because it's that shining little piece of humane beauty that just attaches you to these characters and the walk. But I guess that's really it. I thought this movie was interesting for sure. I wish we had a lot more story, because like, there's no real story. All we're getting is a group of people walking who will win, and you seeing relationship form throughout this entire walk, and that's really it. There's nothing real of interest. There's nothing that you really care about. It's just that tiny bit of humane kindness that has you attached to this movie, surprisingly. I don't know, I found that tiny piece of thing to be intriguing, and it really kept me going through this movie. But beyond that, looking back at it, it just felt like it was really stale, and throughout the movie itself, it was kind of stale. So, yeah, overall, it was kind of mid to me, but like, it does provide a lot of stuff you might want to think on. But yeah, it was an interesting movie. That's The Long Walk. Peace.